Hello everyone, it is me, Susan, the current fanfic critic, and it's Meg, the old fanfic critic, and today we're taking a look at episode 200, part 1. We're not doing it in one gigantic video because that would be a bit too long, seeing part 1 is already like almost 50 minutes long. 50 minutes? I don't remember it being that long. I mean, I guess it was a big deal episode, but still. Yes, and this almost didn't happen. What do you mean? Well, when I went to go look up the files to do this commentary, I couldn't find them anywhere. So I told the creator, and she was like, "Oh, well, you better find it, or I'll make you do a special episode." And when she told me what the episode was, I was like, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. And so I whipped out your old laptop, booted it up. It took forever, but I was able to find the files. And, well, here we are. We're safe. We are definitely safe, and now we can do episode 200. Susan? Yes, love. What was the alternative? Oh, it's not important. Really, Meg, it really isn't. What was the alternative, Susan? Well, because you admitted in, the last commentary that you decided to, rewatch a certain episode that was rather traumatic for you, in reality, the creator suggested that we would do that one instead. Oh, did she now? But we don't have to worry about it because I was able to find episode 200 part 1 and 2, so we shouldn't have to worry about it. Oh, yes. We shouldn't have to worry about it. For now. Yes, let's just get on with, the video, shall we? Oh, yes, let's. Oh, yes, Manic Expression, the original logo. Yep, I think that, wow, that's still loud. But yeah, Manic Expression was a thing back then. It was a bit different back then, but it did exist back then. Yes, I don't think Review is Unknown exists anymore. Oh. Wow, you look drastically different. Well, so me and you were cats for quite a while before, we finally got put back in our human bodies. Wasn't it for, like, months? Yeah, it was a long time. Damn, what was with the broken glass? Well, Meg, the house was a tad messy, remember? Yeah. Our cats running around in our human bodies. Yes, don't get me started. I mean, at least we did make Lesbian Jesus clean it all up, but still. I don't know what would be worse. Having to deal with her again. Or having the creator be the creator. Like, you mean if we had to deal with both of them? Yes, I mean, if both of them could coexist. I don't know, I don't know who I'd prefer dealing with. I mean, if it was the both of them, I mean, I guess with the creator, she would probably have a bit of a leash on Lesbian Jesus, but I don't know. I think I'd rather deal with just one of them at a time. Well, then, who would you rather deal with? I don't know. I mean, Lesbian Jesus could be annoying and invasive and could make us turn into our cats. But on the other hand, the creator's an asshole who gave me a tail and who constantly torments you and does other things that makes me want to scream. I think I would prefer Lesbian Jesus. What's wrong? Even with all the flirtations. Yeah. I suppose, yeah. I don't know. They both have their, cons and cons. I mean, Lesbian Jesus did come in handy. She could heal us and whatnot. In fact, maybe if I asked her, she could have, maybe fully healed your face pistol wounds. I don't think she could do that, because remember when she brought me back, I still kind of felt effects from being shot. Oh, yes, that is true, I suppose. What's with the weird lighting? I mean, the lighting's really weird. Yeah, I don't know, it just seems like it's bright, and it kind of looks like how the room would get when Lesbian Jesus would be showing up. Do you suppose she was spying on us during this entire episode? I don't know,
The video was
maybe.
released on April Fool's.
Oh, and I just realized that I can see your room in the background when they show you.
Who do you think?
Oh, yes, it is my room. That's how the room is now.
Lesbian Jesus.
You think the creator would have had that door closed so you couldn't see my bed? Yeah, I don't think she really thought things through when she did the original web series. No, not really. I'm beginning to think this was edited by someone else. This doesn't seem like the regular editing when it comes to the web series from back then. Yeah, that could explain the weird glass noise when I fell off the bed. Oh, that is a nice shirt, by the way, Sue. Oh, thank you, love.
Why can't I see it?
I can't see where your camera is. So yes, I couldn't see the camera, but you could see the camera spying back then. Yeah, I think that was because of, well, the creator did mention that we kept becoming aware, so maybe it was me that kept becoming aware, and that's why even when she would erase our memories, I would still remember the camera.
I've been doing this show for a very long time, and I still get kind of weirded out by how the camera works. Remember that time where I ran out into the woods to avoid filming an episode, and the camera...
Oh, I remember that. Wasn't that one of the Bonnie episodes? Yeah, it was. It's amazing that that laptop still works. The amount of hell that the creator probably put that thing through back then. Indeed. I mean, we're rather gentle with this one. I will say, my webcam is far better than the one that you used to use. Yeah, but yours could get pretty glitchy. That's true. Yours didn't get glitchy, it was just loud, and it made weird breathing noises, and the quality was atrocious.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the point in telling me that I couldn't film the episode while you're in England, only to have you say, "Oh, guess what? I'm not doing the K review with you."
Well, another reason why I didn't want you to film while I was, doing my personal stuff in England was just in case the story caused you to freak out. I was still a bit paranoid back then about you doing something. It's understandable. I'm wondering if she originally on her end was going to have us do a co-review together like episode 120, but she couldn't get it to work out. That might have been another reason why she had such a huge delay and why she wrote it in that we became cats or something. Maybe. I'll have to ask her about that. But I'm not sure.
Kill me? It's on you this time. So, are you gonna get dressed in film or what? Yeah, I'll start filming once when my hair is dry and I'm not in a bathrobe. I highly doubt people want to.
Yeah, could you imagine if I did an episode in a bathrobe? Yes, probably for the best that you didn't do that, love. Mm-hmm.
Don't give them any ideas. Might as well get rid of all these emails because some of them I know I definitely...
Yeah, my viewers back then, some of them could get a bit snarky.
Someone drew fan
Yes,
art.
they could.
Fan art of me getting my head cut off.
What the bloody hell?!
They're getting out of there. It's just fan art. Don't try to kill them.
I didn't even I mean, by how your reaction, I had a feeling, but I didn't know it was that. Bloody Christ. Okay, this does seem a bit different than the other opening that we saw. Yeah, it is a bit different. Oh, yep. Oh, God. That stupid jean jacket that didn't even fit me. I don't think I have that anymore. No. Oh, yes, and now you're in the other room. Oh, yes, I remember that freak out. That's what inspired me to do the FanFic Critic freak out list initially. Yeah. Oh. Now this is when I went to yeah. Right then. I mean, it is kind of... Oh, it's me. I did not know how to use technology at all back then. Like, I was so bloody stupid when it came to, like, using computers and whatnot. It was amazing that I was able to do the original, sequel critic run. Huh, I wonder how she pulled off that. I don't know. Oh, bloody hell. Why is it showing all this? Memories, memories, memories of when I was bitching that I killed you that time. That's L. Oh, that's when we did the time warp. That was so bizarre. I mean, I will say, this is an interesting opening. I do like how it's using the full instrumental of that, and it's showing it from, back when it was the webcam and then the widescreen and whatnot. So that I will say that is rather creative. But I think I still prefer the Sweeney Todd opening. Oh, It showed me baiting him up. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. You okay, Meg? Yeah, I was not expecting it to show that. Are you going to be okay? Yeah, I'll be fine. Wow, cool. That was cool. That was awesome. Ooh, yay. Oh, pretty, yay. That was not edited.
Hello, I'm the FanFic
Yeah.
Critic.
Okay, at least it's not super bright anymore.
That's Susan.
Are you sure you're going to be okay? Uh-huh. Yep, I'll be fine.
Not
Hey, okay.
the co-review with me today.
Yeah.
We already went through.
Yes, that was an interesting, rendition of the opening. Very creative. So I don't think the actual creator edited this episode at all then. Obviously she did the filming, but now it explains why there's a weird tint and whatnot. Yes. Yes. Haha. So I have the volume turned up a little bit more so we can kind of hear what ourselves are saying, but not loud enough so it's distracting us. But I had it turned down way too low before, so I couldn't really make out what was going on. I did re-watch episode 199 after we did our commentary before finding this. And, yes, it was interesting to watch, to say the least. Yeah, sorry about all that. Meg, it's okay. You had every right to say what you said in that episode. And I did not have a right to be a jerk about it afterwards, and thankfully the web show didn't spy and show our conversation afterwards, because I do recall not being pleasant at all. Yeah. I mean, I'll give you credit that you didn't admit to me that you heard everything. Yeah, well, I had enough common sense to, keep that to myself because you were a bit jumpy, so I guess I restrained myself a little bit. Damn, I really had bad acne back then. I know. I feel bad. I mean, you can see it on my face too, but I think that was because of us being played by the same person, because I actually didn't have the acne. Yeah, I feel like my body just took forever to be like, hey, you're not a teenager anymore. I don't really get it anymore, thankfully. I mean, once in a while maybe, but nothing to the extreme of how it was back then.
Okay. I'll be fine. Well, Susan, I can't believe I'm giving this to you, but here you go. Take that.
Thankfully, I don't think I had to use this on you in this episode. No, you didn't. Sorry, my throat gets a bit scratchy in the evening hours. Yeah, it's probably because you're still recovering from that bloody cough that we had a while back.
I know. Okay.
Yeah. Well, because the weather's been so all over the place up here for us anyway, whenever it goes from one extreme to another, sometimes I catch a cold from it. Or more appropriately, the creator, because all three of us were affected. Oh yes, if she gets it, then we get it. I think that's how we both got COVID twice that time.
Because the last I checked, we didn't really have any other fanfics. Unless Overlooked Feelings is supposed to be one of the sequels too. I don't know. This was published back in 2011. And it's
I don't think Overlooked Feelings is connected to these stories.
I'm quite amazed.
No, we don't come across as lovers in these stories. I think Overlooked Feelings was supposed to be like a one-shot type thing.
Authors, or I should say,
yeah, that story was okay. I mean, it was silly, and we were out of character. And I wasn't sure if it was supposed to take place when we were still living at your mom and dad's, or if it was supposed to be in this house, because the author didn't really make that clear. I was kind of under the impression it was supposed to be like a flashback when it was showing this stuff with referring to the quote-unquote trilogy.
I can guarantee that.
Yes, I looked it up. Only one of those short films is still on YouTube, and I think the commentary for the other two is, which one still exists. Right after you brought me back to life, and I
Okay, I felt the need to break the FanFic Critic's character for a minute to...
Oh, it's the creator. Oh. So she did show herself in the original web series. I like the choice of music.
Yes, I did help this person when it came to writing these fanfics. Not necessarily help him, but I gave him...
Okay, that explains a lot.
...title idea. This
That does explain a lot.
Time that Hamo Hamster and
That's why whenever he would make references about the FanFic Critic helping him with this and you would act confused, that does explain a lot. Uh-huh.
Angry when I was angry about it and whatnot. It was kind of like a truce thing. He kind of wrote this fanfic, you know, to try to get us to make amends.
Huh.
And we both thought it was funny and liked it and stuff. And, yeah. So I gave him permission to write this. My
Fascinating.
real opinion of overlooked feelings. It was a cute story. Characters are kind of out of character.
Of course she would think it was cute. Susan, you just said it wasn't that bad yourself. Oh, I know, but it does still kind of annoy me a little bit. It could be worse. One word. Rube. Don't mention him. I mean, I suppose his other stories were okay, but I'm still very, very cross at him for writing that bloody story about... Yeah, I know, so just don't think about it, okay? I'll try not to. This is going on for a while.
I just wanted to explain it to you guys instead of having to explain it in the comments and stuff.
Okay, so she did this initially to explain it, and this is how she unofficially made herself part of the series. Maybe not necessarily your series, but I guess it was a door that opened up into, mine. I saw it?
Oh shit. You heard all that, didn't you?
Huh.
Magical creator powers, I erase your memories, and you will snap out of this once when the FanFic Critic is back in character. Poof. Okay, I think I fixed her.
I wonder how many times she had to keep doing that to us. Probably a bunch of times. Considering how she broke the news to us, she seemed kind of exasperated.
What happened? I have no clue.
At least we now know what happened.
But for some odd reason, I hardly believe you when you say that you did not give this person permission to write this fanfic. Oh, well, I'm glad that you believe me. So you think this author's full of shit?
Is it me, or is the sound a bit off?
Okay, then let's continue.
Yeah, it does look like it's a little bit out of sync. I mean, nothing we can really do about it.
Hamo Hamster agreed to this. Me, yes.
It's like very,
Why
very
were they
slight.
so okay with this?
Huh.
Me, well, the FFC thought
Yeah, so I guess that explains, I guess that explains why we were kind of a bit confused. Because I do remember that, having like a weird blackout
doing
moment.
it at all.
Oh, that's new.
Mind.
Yes, this definitely wasn't her editing. I seem to keep asking if you're okay a lot during this. Yeah, well, I was a bit agitated before doing this review, so... What was that in your hand, by the way? What do you mean? You were holding something. And it didn't look like the face pistol, it looked like post-it notes. I don't know, maybe it was the creator's notes about what to say. I don't think she did the whole filming with a cell phone like she does now when she films us in her universe. Oh, probably not. I do wonder, though, say if you hadn't decided to stop doing the web series back then, do you think the creator would have made herself known back then eventually? Probably. I don't know if it would have been like how it is now, but she might have. I mean, the whole breaking the fourth wall for this episode, it might have been something that she was going to do with the next batch of episodes. But, you know, because of the webcam, because of the laptop crapping out and then me deciding to not do the web series anymore, that's probably why it didn't come to fruition. But now that you're doing the web series, that's probably why she made herself more of an entity and not lesbian Jesus. Because I would say that there's definitely differences between my old show and your old show. I mean, your new show, I should say. I know what you meant, love. Yes, because my web series doesn't have a lot of the weird nonsensical stuff that would happen in yours. Like, I mean, there's some, but, you know, we don't have, like, internet entities trying to attack us. I mean, I haven't been possessed by anyone. Like that time you were possessed by Eric Cartman from South Park. Yeah, that was weird. And I never want to have that happen again. That guy was such a little pervert. What exactly was he doing to you in that episode? He was trying to feel me up because he realized that I was a woman. Oh, that little turd. Bloody Christ. Do you think she'll have us do a commentary of that episode? Meg, she wouldn't be able to, remember? The old episodes from the webcam era, I couldn't recover them from the old laptop. They don't exist at all anymore. Oh. Well, that's probably for the best then. Yeah. Oh. Is that Skype? Oh, it's Emily. Aw. I thought she said she was going to start doing the her own web series again. And that's what I thought too, because she had said that she wanted to do like a co-review with me. The creator had told me about it, but I guess it's not going to happen. I mean, maybe it will eventually, once when she gets her feet off the ground, perhaps. Huh. Well, that'd be interesting. I don't think I ever did a co-review with her myself. No. Oh, that's cool. You can see the fanfic in the background. Huh. Yeah, I think Skype isn't a thing anymore. I think it officially... Well, I don't know. The icon's still on our desktop down there. I thought it was going away, though. Well, maybe someone saved it. Or it might be a deal that you click on it and it won't work. Oh, maybe.
She sent us a little thing about the 200th episode. At least some people don't hate me for making them wait so long. So,
I mean, I'd say my viewers are relatively tame. I mean, yours could get a little bit aggressive.
Susan's training me to be a boxer.
Yeah, I'll never forget those ones that kept pestering me to do Sweet Apple Massacre. And for some reason, I kept calling it Sweet Apple Pie Massacre. I think that's because when they initially had requested, I think that's one of them had called it that. And whenever, did you like watch that episode back? Yeah, after you did your review, I watched it back before I edited the episode. That was when you were still unconscious, when, after you had fallen asleep from your drinking. I'm still embarrassed about that. Yeah, Sue, it's okay. It happens. I mean, you weren't that bad, and, you were just kind of... I mean, you've always been a goofy drunk, so at least you don't get like how I used to get when I would get really drunk. Well, you had a lot of anger back then. So I still have a lot of anger, but it's different.
What a charming accent you did there. You sound exactly like me.
I feel like you've gotten a lot better sounding like me, Meg. Yeah, and I could say the same for you, sounding like me, although sometimes it can be a bit off. Yes. I mean, I think it's because I'm trying to sound like how you used to sound. I mean, I don't know. I suppose in this episode you sound more like how you currently do. But, back then, especially in the early days, you had a much higher pitched voice, and now your voice is a lot deeper. Now, the joys of getting older. Indeed.
As she made a turn into the gym's parking lot they were supposed to meet at for the weigh-in.
I still think this story is very silly.
The car stopped and looked out the window. Looked Edie.
Yeah, I was pretty picky about grammar back then, wasn't I?
Unbuckle her seatbelt.
I wonder what you're going to complain about here. Yeah, unbuckled.
Susan responded as she parks the car and unbuckles.
Well, that's what I was saying before. It seems like your trigger would be awful grammar, where my trigger seems to be naughty stuff. And gross stuff. Naughty and gross things. The gross things are so disgusting.
425th times. Shouldn't I say time? You have asked me, Meg. And for the
so please be patient.
Time, I have told you to
I wonder if you're going to complain about the patience.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, Susan, you do not know how to use proper grammar. Susan said as they finally made...
I didn't really have a lot of input in this video, did I? Oh, well, I think you kind of did as the story went on. We'll just have to keep watching and see. How much longer is this anyway? Oh, we're kind of halfway there. We have like 26 minutes left. I think a good chunk of it was the bloody spying and that opening. Yeah, hopefully she doesn't play the opening again for part 2. Hopefully not. But at least if she does, you will know. Yes, I was not expecting it to show that.
muscular build.
Yeah, and it showed the dream version of it.
Smooth black hair and brown skin.
Are you sure you're going to be okay? Yeah, I'll be fine.
Short girl with brown skin
Well, maybe it was for the best that you
FFC
rewatched that episode yourself in recent times, huh?
Yes, if this is the real Hamo hamster, she would.
Yeah, and the dream, but.
Stabbing me in the back as she was hugging me.
Are there any other episodes that you have watched?
At a loss for words.
Well.
For words, but I should say lost for words.
Well, there was an episode that I watched shortly after episode 140.
Still had a strong grip around the FFC's
Yeah, it was one of the episodes that Archangel had showed up in. That was when she had done the Overload Freak Out. I decided to watch that one. Well, I fast-forwarded through the bits for most of the review because of it being Archangel, but I fast-forwarded to the bit where you were flipping out at her, and because there was a lot left to the video, I decided to see if it spied, and it did, and it showed your conversation with Lesbian Jesus. Oh. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Now I'm going to have to go back and watch that episode myself, because I'm curious to see what exactly it showed. Les. Oh, Les. Yes, he was a manic expressionist. He was, so he isn't anymore. No, let's just say, he's a bit of a MAGA person. Oh. Him and James had a bit of a falling out, and that's all I'll say about that. Well, that's a shame. And for those viewers watching this, who are Americans, Meg and I are definitely not MAGA people. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So we're not going to say anything else because this is a commentary about the 200th episode and not a conversation about what's currently going on in my country. Yes. We don't want to ruffle any feathers. It's not the feathers I'm worried about ruffling. I'm more concerned about going off into a tirade, but we're not going to do that. Yes, that's definitely for the best. Shame about him, though. Yeah, well, people change, and, yeah, sometimes people change for the best, and sometimes they change for the worse.
What is wrong with this? It should not say response. It should say response.
Oh, that was actually a rather cool effect. That was rather nice. I like that. Yeah, I don't think I could do that with the tech that I had back then. I don't even think I could do that with my current tech. I have Adobe Premiere Elements. I should probably update it because it's from like 2022, but it's rather limited. I mean, it lets me do some stuff, but it is rather limited. Yeah, well, it's better than nothing. I mean, for the longest time, I used Windows Movie Maker.
Dressed with an idiot's twist. I will be fine.
Are you sure you didn't have to use the face pistol on me in this episode? I'm pretty positive, love. Because if I had... the last time I had used it on you, you didn't wake up for a very long time. But if you had told me that it had given you lingering effects, I wouldn't have used it at all. I know. I thought I could handle it. And I guess I was in denial about how much damage it had done. Well, now we both know to be more open with each other.
Their trainers gave them a chance to talk to each other. They were sitting down on.
You know, this honestly doesn't feel like a fanfic about us. It just feels like, I don't know. I mean, it has our names and stuff, but the characterizations are nothing like us at all. Yeah, not really.
What's the name of your trainer? The FFC asked. With an ED. Is it really that hard to put in an ED?
You know, this is almost on the same level of you with the question mark and that Arthur's sucky day.
Oh, wait. To you guys, that would look backwards. So, E-D.
Oh, that was clever. I like that. I like that. Did it twice. I like that a lot. But yes, I really flipped out about the question mark thing.
This person is claiming that I helped them with this fanfic and they don't
Yeah.
proper
I wonder if she's going to make us do a commentary on that episode. Oh, she might now that you mentioned it. Well, I'd rather that than episode 192. Well, Meg, she only said that she might make us do that one if we couldn't do this one. But because we did do this one, we shouldn't have to worry about 192. Well, I'm going to mentally prepare myself just in case.
Something makes me think that she's a psychotic moron. Oh, is this your first
I was a bit harsh about Hamo Hamster back then, and maybe it's because of the insight that I know now from the creator, but I don't think she was in a good mental space back then. Yes, but does that excuse her writing this awful story about you brutally dying? No, but people have written worse. I mean, remember frickin' Black Knight? Black Knight. The guy who wrote those stupid spanking fanfics? Oh yes, I remember him. Well, he wrote one about the Blockbuster critic doing something very, very bad to me. He had two different versions of the story. The original story did not have a happy ending, and then his rewrite had a happy ending, but both stories were still disgusting. Well, why did you do that? I don't know. But, okay, yes, I do remember that bloke, and I don't know, I think the Hama Hamster story was still a tad worse. But it was funny, though. Unintentionally funny, yes.
It's official.
You know, maybe that would have worked better if he had, like, the typing be white so you could still see what it says, because when the words get too big, it blends into your jacket. Uh-huh. Do you still have that jacket? No. No, I don't. I wouldn't fit in it anymore anyway. No. It was a nice jacket, though. A bit torn up a bit because of, you know, stuff that happened, I suppose. But yes, it was a nice jacket. Yeah.
Unless you have really, really, really bad memory, or you're like Dory from Finding Nemo and you constantly have to have someone tell you these things. Hamo said in a I still knew more training.
I think she meant to say no.
Type of what? Wait, what? I still knew more training.
Huh.
I still knew more training. What? What? Susan, what do you make of that? Complete nonsense. That's what I thought.
Okay, well, at least I actually said something, because the last few times the camera panned over to me, I was just staring menacingly. Oh, gee, I wonder what you... Huh.
Why am I fighting someone?
Was it supposed to cut away to you? I think, but maybe the creator forgot to film a reaction, and that's why it just did that.
You have to see Finn stretching out her arms and legs.
My God, this story just keeps on going. Get on with the actual boxing, please.
No, it wasn't trolling. It's so mad that I needed a way to release all my anger in a positive way. I didn't know if I was strong enough.
Oh yes, because beating people up is a very positive way to release your anger.
Glorification of her character much.
I mean, I know boxing is an actual sport and stuff, but again, I don't ever see us actually doing this. Well, that in the story, from what I remember, was very unrealistic. Like, you know, it's implied that Hamo Hamster is supposed to be a professional, and you're like a rookie, and you managed to last for a very long time. It's like, no, in reality, she would have wiped the floor with you within, like, the first 50 seconds, I would say. Uh-huh. And God, could you imagine me now? Psych!
Are you okay?
I'm so glad I didn't puke on you. Yes. Okay. Oh, I remember. Okay, yes, so I did take over for a little bit. Huh, I'm surprised I didn't remember you puking like that. I think you had me take over so you could clean up the yucco that you had done. Mm-hmm.
I think someone else already be mingling my boys.
My word. Even for back then, that was an atrocious attempt to sound like you.
Now look what you did. You made me lose my place.
Uh,
How's it?
yeah, didn't I get revenge on you afterwards, though? Oh, you might have.
I think someone already beat you to it. Are you serious? Susan? Well, you do.
Bloody Christ. Oh.
FFC in a very
Okay, that's not too bad there. Yeah, no. I mean, it does sound like me, somewhat. You've gotten way better, though. Thank you.
No, silly. I was just kidding. You would hunt me down and cut my throat with that razor you always carry around. Hemo said with a silly grin. It's time to go, Meg, Susan shouted. Well, I have to go. See you in 2 weeks.
Bloody Christ. I sound like I'm trying to sound like a man and not sound like you.
Hey, look at me. I am being Meg, but I sound absolutely nothing like Meg. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, you've definitely gotten a lot better at doing my voice, Sue. Yes, and you've gotten really good at doing mine, too.
Okay, Hamo said as she got up from her seat. I love you, FFC. She gives the FFC a big hug.
Yeah, right. Her loving me. Yeah, no.
He despises me.
I mean,
Just call me Meg.
maybe she doesn't
Oh, how
mind you
cute. We're all
now.
personal with each other.
I doubt that.
The FFC accepted the hug without a fight, but
How much
still was
longer is this?
surprised
They haven't even started boxing yet.
by
Well, we
the
have
hug she got
14
from
more
Hamo.
minutes of this
Okay, Meg, you can
part.
call me
I don't know
Sarah.
how
See you
long the
later.
next part's gonna be,
She
though.
releases herself from her grasp, so was she
Hopefully
like
it's not as
herself?
long as this. Because they haven't even started fighting yet. It's just been blah 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 blah. Get on with it! I know, it's so boring.
The fight was in 2 weeks, so she stepped up
Bloody
her training
Christ.
tenfold.
Now there's more training. I thought the last story was supposed to be the training. Yeah, that's what I thought too. It is a story that never ends, so it goes on and on, my friends. Wasn't that from Lamb Chop? Yes, Lamb Chop sing-along.
Looks like we have another
Oh, another Skype call. Let's see who it is.
I don't know if this one's pre-recorded or not. Yeah. Actually, no. It's an incoming message from Sonic Guru, so let's see what he has to say.
Oh, Sonic Guru.
Hey, FanFic Critic, 200 episodes, great. It's 200, right?
Oh yeah, it's definitely the 200th
Is he?
episode.
Does he still do like a web series? I'm not sure. But he does still do art and stuff like that. And in fact, he lives in the States now. Oh, good for him. Nearby. No, I don't think so.
Bye. Susan, you need to have more people skills when it comes to grading people who are giving out cameo appearances. Who is he? I don't even know who he is.
Yeah, I don't know why I was being so unpleasant with your guest stars. Yeah, I think it was well, you had just gotten back from England, so I think that's why. I know, but it still wasn't right.
Oh, yes.
But then again, I was
Later.
overall rather nasty back then. Well, you've come a long way, Sue.
What if their weights...
Yes, but it's still cringy watching how I used to be back then.
Fight day came. Both Meg and Sarah were warming up in their respective...
Sarah. That's Hamo Hamster's real name, apparently.
It was going to
That's a
be
nice name.
round bout with each
Don't you
round
have a
to
cousin,
win.
Sarah?
Meg and
Uh-huh.
Sarah didn't do a lot
In fact, Sarah originally was going to be my name.
over the 2 weeks of
It
training.
was. You don't seem like a
Together to
Sarah.
have lunch
No, I'm
almost
glad
every
it's
day.
Megan and not Sarah. I don't think Sarah suits
So,
me,
let
but
get
that
this
almost
straight.
could have
We
been
met
my
up for lunch
name.
every day, but we didn't talk
Did you
to
have a
each other.
different
We
name?
silently glared
Well,
at
my
each other.
parents wanted me to be a bloke. And my name would have been Daniel.
I love you too. I'm gonna kill you with this box. I kill you first.
Oh, that would have been more realistic if they had had it be like that instead of this whole, hey, we love each other.
Susan,
Yeah.
I don't really need to worry about this fanfic slashing me and you together. I think it's trying to slash Hamo Hamster and I together. Indeed. But still, today they were not friends. They were enemies about to head into battle.
Oh, well, we finally getting on with the bloody boxing fight.
They train at.
Yeah,
Both of them
finally.
came out of their
Jesus
dressing
Christ, it
rooms
only took like
covered
37 minutes!
from their
And this is
warm-ups.
still the first fucking part?
It was almost
Oh,
a
no.
packed house for this fight, too.
No, I think this
Oh, yes,
commentary
it was
itself has
such a
been
big
going on
internet
for like
celebrity that
40
people would
minutes
come to a
because
freaking
of what we
boxing
were
match
saying
between
before
me
we
and Hamill
started.
Hamster.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking right.
Oh my
The
god,
FSC
just
and
get
Hamill
on
got
with
to the ring
it.
at the same time with
Well, we
help
got
from
like
the
10 more
trainers.
minutes and then we can take a
FSC
bit of a
was in
break
the blue
and then
corner
we'll do the
Hamill
next
was in the
part.
red
Hopefully the next
corner.
part
FSC had
is
her
not
head
as
tied
long.
back like she
Yeah, I
does
hope
in
it's
her
not as
reviews,
long because, oh
and
my
was
god.
dressed in tan trunks
Ugh.
with black sport
Maybe I'll make us
bra
some
and gloves.
dinner before we do the next part. Yeah, we can get started on it, and then, you know, while it cooks, we can do the second part, and that'll be our reward for doing two, well, technically 3 back-to-back commentaries, because we did episode 199 earlier today. And then me trying to hunt all this down took a while, so, yeah.
It was a middle-aged woman with fairly brown hair. Okay, we went over the rules in the dressing room. This is a 3-round bout. Keep your punches above the belt at all times.
Well,
I have the
there's
right to
nothing
stop you
below
from
the
fighting
belt. It's
at
not
any
like we're
moment if I
men.
think one of you are unable to continue
Yeah,
the
but
fight.
getting
Protect
punched down there
yourself
would still
at all
hurt.
time, and best of
True.
luck to of you ladies.
Has someone ever...
Touch gloves.
No, but
The
I've...
ref says she moves her
When
arm
we
away
still
to
worked at
let
Wendy's
ammo
because
and
of how
FSC
the
to touch
stupid
gloves.
table was lined up, I
Let's have a
got
good
pushed
fight,
into
Meg.
one of those
She
and...
gives a good strong
Oh.
jab to Meg's
Bloody
gloves.
Christ.
I'm so fucking dead.
I'm sorry.
The FFC
It wasn't
shouted
your
to
fault.
herself
You weren't even
inside
working that
her
day,
head.
but yeah.
Same to
Didn't
you,
feel good.
Sarah. She
Probably would
returns
have been
the
worse
tap
if you
back.
did have, you know. Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah,
Back to
definitely.
your corners and wait for the bell, ladies. When that bell rings, come out boxing. The ref sent both of them back to their corners. The FFC got back to her corner and received
Bloody
her
Christ.
mouthpiece from Susan.
This is
along
probably
with
like the
some
most
Vaseline on
boring
her
story
face.
ever. Mm-hmm.
Why are you supposed to be certified in this fanfic to be a trainer?
I know, it makes no sense. I don't know anything about boxing. And it wasn't like the fanfic even explained that I knew anything about
It just
boxing.
reminds me of Rocky, except with me as Rocky and being all, I don't know. Let's just continue to read. Remember our plan. She's short, so chase her down and give her some combinations to keep her busy.
Like, you're kinda doing my voice, but you keep slipping back into your voice when you do it. Yeah.
The main target. How was that? It was fun.
It was okay, younger me, but not that great. Could have been worse, I guess. I guess it's better than younger you's version of my voice. Yes, because younger me's version of your voice is utterly atrocious.
Nod her head and get into her fighting stance. So this must be the final showdown between me and Hamo. Well, I have no fucking clue what I'm going to do. Are all the authors I review become boxers because of me?
Oh, could you imagine if he made a
FFC
series of
story,
this?
You can always say no to these stupid boxing matches. Why would you let your cousin get you into this crap anyway? I'm sorry, but if this really happened and if I had punched Susan and Susan was all of a sudden like, "Oh, you make a good boxer. You want to be a boxer?" This would be my reaction. Ah ha ha ha, no.
That's
The
true.
end. The end. you're
And
acting
I
like
would
this is
not
the end of the
want to
world.
train
It's
you to be a
freaking boxing
boxer.
match.
It just makes
Punch
no
is gonna
sense.
kill you. She might beat the crap
Absolutely
out of you,
no
and I do
sense.
believe that boxing can be a pretty dangerous sport, but oh well. The worst you'll come out with is like brain damage. And with how overprotective Susan is of me, I highly doubt she'd be putting me in any boxing matches.
Exactly.
But let's continue to read. The FSC hoped the question.
I mean, the story itself is just so nonsensical.
Oh, yes, because my biggest fear is all the fanfic authors I've reviewed and critiques coming after me as boxers. Oh no! God, they act like I have a boxing phobia or something. Hamill went back to the corner and received her white mouthpiece.
I really hope the next part is not this
I don't know what
long.
to tell you, Sarah. She's new, so
We'll
make
see
her
once
work
we
for
get to
everything
it.
and don't get cocky. If
I
were
keep
you,
wiggling
I'll
the
just
mouse
make
to
her
see how
survive
much
one
time we
round,
have
put her
left. We're down to
and
like
make her
6
good
minutes.
in the next one.
And I'm running out of
Early
things to
inside the
talk
base of this
about.
fight,
It's
Sabrina
like
said
the
it'd
story
be
just is
handle
dragging. I
massage
think
to
that's like my
the
biggest issue with
shoulders.
doing this is like it's
have
just
the best
dragging
hands
and
ever,
it's like it
Beanie.
could have been like practically done by now.
Hamill Hamster and Beanie.
I feel like I've gotten better with my improv songs, but you still take the cake.
Okay, that was
Thank you. But you've gotten better.
And I'll keep
You've
your
definitely gotten a
advice
lot
in mind.
better.
I'm going to enjoy this a lot. I will kill the fanfic critic in this boxing match to get revenge for her critiquing my fanfiction. Okay. Hammer was bouncing on the balls of her feet, waiting for the bell. Ding!
It finally stopped.
Hey, look, we have another cameo appearance. Oh, wonderful. I wonder who it is now.
Hey, fanfic critic.
Oh, it's FanFiction Critic. Does she still do stuff? No, she's retired. She retired far before I did.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I liked her. I mean, I don't think I was being very nice to her in this bit, but I do remember liking her. I think I kind of was a bit angry at her because of one of her videos that did something to you, but...
Susan?
Bloody Christ. Yeah, you were like very, very snippy. I think I was still holding a grudge against her back then.
Why'd you have to say that? Well, she hasn't done an episode in ages. Well, I'm not much better seeing I haven't done this episode in like months. In her case, it has been over a bloody year. Give the girl a break, okay? Jeez, and didn't I talk to you about increasing your people skills? Well, I went through some things in England. Well, maybe if you would just open up to me and tell me exactly what happened in England, I might be able to help. I'd rather not talk about it. Let me guess, your family, which is a piece of shit family, by the way, treated you like crap again. Don't speak of my family like that again, you moronic freak.
I forgot that I had said that. Uh-huh.
Go on, continue.
I am sorry. Susan, it's the past. And if there's a silver lining, this little incident here is what actually did cause you to open up more. So, there's that. Yes, well, it was still wrong of me to say that.
Hamo basically dashes right at her. Not in a specific stance. She comes at the FFC with two fast but strong jabs between her eyes.
Bloody
Both
Christ,
shots
I
land
really upset you,
clearly,
didn't I?
cleanly,
Eh,
and sent the FFC's
it's
head
okay, Sue.
ghosting
I
backwards.
shouldn't have said that about your family.
Keep your
Well, the thing is, Meg, it's true.
Keep your guard up at all times, Meg.
Especially now,
Susan
it's
shouted from
definitely
outside the
true.
ring.
I mean, I still love them, but I can acknowledge how they were towards me back then and how they were in recent
Left her
years.
body completely
So,
wide open.
I still love them, but yes, not exactly a good
Right close
family.
to Hamo landed in perfect rhythm to a
Well, that doesn't
somewhat
matter.
toned stomach
I got you and your family
from the
now.
FFC.
You're all I need.
She grunted heavily
Thanks.
from the shots.
I just wish things
"I
could have
gotta
been
do
better
something
with
about
them,
this,"
you know?
She said in her head.
I
She
do
throws
too.
a right
I do
hook
too.
that is aimed for Hamo's cheek. It ends up finding
Yeah,
nothing
looks like
but
we're
air
almost
because
done.
Hamo
3 more
ducked
minutes.
the right hook on reaction and returns with a crushing right uppercut to the chin. Boom. The sound of the uppercut finding the chin of the FFC.
At least
was
some
heard
action's
throughout
finally
the
going on.
whole entire
Yeah,
channel.
only took like, what, 46 minutes?
The FFC's head
Uh-huh.
was sent upward.
I'm hoping that the second half of this story has a bit more substance to it, and that it's not super boring, because the first part was just so bloody boring.
Off the ropes, Meg. Susan
Agreed.
shouted from the outside of the ring again.
Yeah, I definitely gotta get up and
Hamo
stretch for a bit
doesn't
before we do
let her
part 2.
rest.
Yes, that's a good
He
idea.
pressed the
Go
issue
check on
with
Leo and see if he ate all of his
left,
food.
right, power pack hooks
Oh yes, because he
to
probably
the
pulled the,
temple of the FFC.
I'm gonna eat part of it, and you
The
have to
FFC gets
rotate my
knocked
dish for me.
around violently as
I
more
think he
sweat
might have
flies
come
off.
up here. Well, if that's the case, I can just bring his
Started
food up
to
here
blur
before
as
we
she
resume.
collapses to the canvas
Right
on
then,
the
that
floor.
sounds like a good idea.
Down. The ref signals to Hamo to go to a neutral corner. Hamo does as she was told. Get up, Meg, Susan shouted. The FSC was breathing heavily while she was trying to get her vision under control. Susan says, I got 10 seconds to get up before I lose. I have to get up. Oh my god, Sarah is really strong. The FFC pushed herself up into
You see,
a
the
seat
story
with
should have
the
just ended
referee
here. It made no sense that you were able to
reached the
recover
count
from this
of
first
4.
round.
Waited until she could see
Uh-huh.
clearly. The FFC gets up at the count of 8. You okay? The ref asked as she checks the FFC's eyes. I'm fine. She nods and
This
gets
story.
back into her fighting stance.
And the fact that
Okay,
my
Bobs.
character did all this
The
just
ref
to get
confirms
revenge
that
on
she
your
gives signal
character.
to keep fighting. Magho, I'm sorry. It's fine. The FFC was still feeling
At least I
the effects of the
apologized.
knockdown. With
Yeah,
investigator
he did.
decided to come back at Hamo hard. She rushes Hamo down by faking a left uppercut to the
I know it
chin
happened
and
years
right
ago, but
hook to
rewatching
the
it
temple.
now,
The
just
second win from
I just feel
Yevon
horrible that I had
Hamo
said that.
threw
It's,
off
it's
Hamo's
okay,
guard,
Sue.
as she found it hard to
Again,
guard
I
this
shouldn't have
assault
said what I had
because
said.
the
Even if
FFC
you
was
think it's
attacking
true
her
now, I
left
still
butt.
shouldn't have said what I had
Boom.
said.
Hamo's
Your
eyes
reaction
grew
was
wide as the
understandable.
FFC lands a strong right straight to the stomach. The FFC continue her assault with.
I guess it just
crushing
goes to
left
show
hook
that
to the
even
jaw
back
of
then,
Hamo.
even though you didn't know a
Now,
lot about
Hamo's
my
head
family
was
back then, that
rock hard
you knew
from the
enough
hook.
to form that opinion. So,
Rock hard. Rock
That's
hard,
that.
you mean?
yeah.
The bell sounded after that punch landed. All right, that's enough. To your corners, ladies. The
I don't
ref-
think I knew about your brothers
the
back
ref-
then, though.
she
Oh no,
steps
I think I told you
between
about them later on.
FFC and Hamo.
Yeah, I was rather private back then.
This person, they really need to get better when they are missing words. It should say the ref says as she steps.
Looks
between
like we're
the
almost
FFC and
done. The final countdown, 20
Not
more
bad, Meg
seconds.
Smiles at her. Who the hell is saying that? And it doesn't say smiles. It says similes.
I was gonna say.
And goes back to her corner. Thanks, Sarah. The
Okay.
FFC replied as she
6,
slowly walked
5,
her corner.
4, 3, 2, 1. Gag! To be continued. Oh my god. All right, everyone. That's the end of the first part of episode 200. We will see you in the next part. Until then, cheerio.